Hello and welcome to the Luxury Lounge. That's right, every Thursday we hit in the lounge, we shut the door, and we air our grievances with the world. And there's no grievance that's too big or too small or too frivolous. It is your problem, and it shall be heard. Now, if you want to be a part of next week's Luxury Lounge or any of the weeks that are coming, if you have a problem you want to send to the show, JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. That's JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. Send it in, title it Luxury Lounge. Let us know what you're talking about. Luxury Lounge, Luxury Lounge. Like this first one, I think is called Luxury Lounge Memorial Day weekend, no pool, no grill, big problems. That's a fun title. We're going to read it first. That's what they call a tease in the biz. So send in your luxury complaints. We love a complaint here in the lounge. We built this lounge from our bare hands to solve a problem. And the problem is people saying your problems aren't big enough to talk about. They are big enough. You can talk about any problem you got in the lounge. Send it in. JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. And again, I got dates coming up. People. I got dates. But more importantly than the dates, the special. It's coming out August 15th, Netflix, okay? We need you to click on it, touch it, share it, make it your Instagram story, take a little picture of it, tag me, I'll share you. August 15th, Netflix, August 15th. This is the big day. We want, and again, I'm not saying this because, when they go every vote matters. No. We are here praying to Father Algorithm, hoping he looks on us kindly and willingly and gives us manna from the algorithm heaven. That's what we're trying to do, because I want more people like you. You are a type. You are a profile. We want you to click on it, love it, watch it, enjoy it, share it with your friends, and then someone like you that you don't even know is going to get, if you like this, you'll love 37 and Single. That's the name of the special. 37 and Single. Share, watch, share and watch. Watch and share. Touch the special. Like it too. Okay. I'm also on the road. Raleigh, North Carolina, Lexington, Kentucky, Providence, Atlanta, Huntington, New York, Seattle, Charlotte, Philly, D.C., Baltimore, San Diego, Boston. JaredFree.com, JaredFree.com for tickies. Very excited about today's guest. New to the lounge, new to the JCU, the JTrain Cinematic Universe. Jimmy Cash, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here,
It's great to see you. How are you? What's going on in your life?
I'm doing all right, I'm just trucking along, Yeah, just trying to do the thing,
Now, you are a janitor.
Yes, by trade. Yes.
By trade. How long have you been a janitor?
About 19 years.
19 years.
Yes.
And the kids, I watched your videos.
Yeah.
The kids love you.
Yeah.
When does that start, that you become this, school character? Am I interpreting it correctly?
You're right. No, yeah. It's actually, I started in a high school, and you're part of the woodwork there, and then I transferred to an elementary, and it started right when I walked in the door.
So what's the difference between high school and elementary janitor? Because I think we all have, a memory of a janitor in our life.
Right.
And, I guess the kids aren't, maybe they're nice. In high school, maybe they don't want to be the friend of the janitor.
Right. Unless you're selling them drugs in high school, they don't really care.
Does that happen?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in high school, it's stay away from the janitor. You want to be the janitor kid.
Right. It loses its magic in high school.
Right.
It's like Peter Pan, kind of, which is creepy to say, but...
But it is funny to think, in high school, I guess when you're there, it's it's a little bit of a, and I don't mean this as an insult, because I do think a janitor is a good job. That you get to go to work every day. You get, you're on the, are you on the union?
Union, yeah.
Union job, summers off.
No, we work in the summer, but that's a whole,
But it's a different schedule.
It's a different vibe, yeah.
Different vibe. The kids aren't around. You probably can get your stuff done quicker.
Absolutely.
So there is a thing of you're a warning. You could become the janitor in high school.
Always.
And that's insulting.
Yeah, they always use that,
But then in elementary school, you're the fun guy with a mop.
You're the fun guy with a mop, and you're a non-authoritative figure that's just walking around, no hall pass.
Interesting.
And it's what's this guy up to?
Right.
How does he get to just hang out?
And he's just. And do you talk to the kids? How do you become this so in the elementary school, you transfer to the elementary school, and day one they're you're Mary Poppins? What's going on?
It takes a little while. At first, the kids are like, they're kind of looking you up and down. What's this guy's deal? They're measuring you up, and then they slowly start to say, oh, usually the younger kids are like, oh my God, it's the trash guy,
The trash guy.
The trash guy. You walk into the kindergarten room to grab the trash, and they're just like, holy shit, what's that?
Again, there's something new. There's a new character on the sitcom of their life.
Yes, they go. I had a kid ask me, "What kind of person are you?" And
it's pretty deep.
They're curious, and so they're just curious, and they find it fascinating that you're just moving at you're in a different wavelength of everybody else,
Right.
In
you're
the
not
school.
a teacher. You're not their parents. You're a new adult that's just around.
Around, yeah.
How do you get along with the teachers? What's the dynamic between janitor and teacher?
That's an interesting one. That's when you got to find your rhythm. I like to think of it. I feel like they're all. It's mostly women, so it feels like a work wife situation, but many work wives. And I have to kind of John Ritter, Three's Company, the situation. You know what I mean?
It's a funny way to describe it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because also they need you a little bit. They want to get on your good side.
Yep.
Because, you make sure their class is clean or the trash is getting taken out, right?
Right. Or they need, something moved or a hand with this or that, or they need to get in the building when they're not supposed to.
Right. I didn't even think of that. You're like the task rabbit.
Yes.
For the school.
Yeah, exactly.
You're an on-site task rabbit. I need something hung up. I need something taken out. Do they tip you? Is there an element of that? Or what's like the favor exchange here?
It's usually I get like a Dunkin's gift card.
Really?
I get like
teachers?
Not all the time, but
they every now and again they'll float you, Dunkin'.
And I forget to use them. I got like a drawer full of Dunkin's cards.
It's great. It is funny. It's a job you've seen your whole life.
Yeah.
You don't know, and again, like it's like pigeons. You never see a baby pigeon. I don't think I've ever seen a young janitor. Do you know what I mean?
A pigeon, yeah.
I usually the janitor's like, oh yeah, he's been here 100 years.
Yes, yeah. So I got in early, and it was kind of a a wild move.
From what?
I just decided to do it. I had a kid on the way, and it was like, oh, just do this for 6 months, just till I figure it out.
How old were you?
I think 20-ish, 21,
around then. When did the social media following start?
It started with, I had the job first, and then when my daughter was, in maybe 4th grade, I started doing stand-up. I always wanted to do stand-up. Kind of, wanted to, as a little kid, it was SNL, wanted to be on SNL, sketch, and then it evolved, and I had seen there was a stand-up class at night, but I couldn't take it. Anyway, it was always in the back of my mind, so I started that first, about 7 years ago, and then I always made like a little YouTube video here, and didn't have any YouTube following, wasn't consistent, and then around pandemic time, my daughter was like, "Gotta get on TikTok.
You got to do it.
You got to do the TikTok."
How old was your daughter at the time?
She was like 16, 15.
Well, she's the prime age of she could be your social media manager.
Yeah.
Like she's almost better suited to manage your TikTok than someone who is paid to do that.
Absolutely. She was ahead of the game with it, because everyone around me was like, all the stand-ups that I hung out with, like, dude, you're on TikTok. Like, what are you doing?
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? And my daughter was definitely ahead of the curve. She was just
crazy.
Like, get on there. She's like, it's just another platform.
She's right.
Right?
Right. All these things start with this insecurity we have. Oh, I'm too old. I'm the old person.
Yeah.
And then it becomes Facebook where all your parents are. Like, at some point, everything becomes Facebook.
Right.
Where it's like, oh, now it's all the old people, and there'll be a young one that comes up, up the alley at some point.
Exactly. Yeah. All the old people are on TikTok now.
Right.
For sure.
Are you putting out stand-up clips there, or were you putting out like stuff from the school where people like, oh my god? Because I do know TikTok is it's a feast for the eyes. You go, oh my god, a young janitor. Like, I do think that there's an element of that where you go, I've never, again, just like I said, I've only seen an old janitor. What's the life like? Like, I watch carpet cleaning videos.
Yes,
I didn't. If you would have told me that a carpet cleaning video from beginning to end gives me this like warm, cozy feeling inside that makes me feel satisfied. I would go, come on.
I know.
But now you know.
And it's so short, quick, to the point. You don't have to watch a tutorial on YouTube, but it's 7 minutes on how to... It's just like, boom, boom, boom.
So I'm sure there's an element of that for janitorial work where you go... You're teaching people, like, this is what this job is, the job that's been in plain sight since you've been alive.
Yeah, but it's like I had to break down, like, every time something starts hitting, in my little janitor world or universe, I've done a million different things. I do sketches. I do a tips and tricks. I only got a few stand-up clips. And I know for TikTok, that's confusing to the algorithm.
Right.
But I had to make a choice early on. Like, certain sketches start hitting, and I'm like, I could just keep banging.
Well, this is I've mentioned this on this podcast before. Like, the best way to go on TikTok is to do the same thing
every time.
Yeah. And if you don't, you're kind of fucking yourself.
I have fucked myself.
I mean, I've done this on my TikTok. There's bachelor stuff. There's stand up. There's this podcast. You know, and it is a sad reflection of like what we're all. You know, like I don't think of some of these people as artists. You know, I think of them as consistencies.
Right.
You know, like they're just consistent. Yeah. You know, like there's some food accounts, and I'm like. Yeah, I don't think this is funny, informative. I know the restaurant. I know the place. You haven't done anything different except just be at a restaurant.
Exactly.
And it's like, you know, you have to acknowledge that that's a reality, and you can't really get mad. It's just what it is, you know?
Yeah, I think that's smart, though, to mix it up, because in the end, there's a point where doing the same thing every time is going to get tired.
Right, and they're not going to, like, you know, again, like, I am someone who is, I've yelled at charcuterie. I yell at The Bachelor. I do stand-up. I do, you know, dating advice and lifestyle advice. We do the luxury lounge. And, you know, I think when people listen, they go, oh, I'm a Jared Freed fan of some sort. I enjoy his stuff. It's a million different things. And they go, they're more likely to come to the thing we want them to come to as a show.
Right.
Because they go, oh, no, he does a lot of stuff. I don't even know. The show is going to be as good as all the other stuff that they do.
Exactly.
So it's a long game.
It's it's the tortoise and the hare.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
So what's the one video the most popular video that you've had?
The one I did, like, it was during maybe the end of COVID. No, like, probably the end of, it was like New Year's 2020.
Also, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
This is the time that you're going, there's an interest in cleaning.
Yes.
You know, like in COVID, people are interested in germs.
Right.
Which plays to your favor, too.
Exactly. And that's when the school was closed. But they still made me and the other guy go in every day.
Every day?
Every day.
And do
they
what?
Were like, everyone out of school, you guys stay.
This is like a movie.
It was like a lab rat situation.
Right.
You know
you're like, what's the Night of the Museum?
Yeah, Chernobyl. Yeah.
Or Chernobyl.
Right.
Yeah.
We were just in there, and so I had a lot of time on my hands. You know, I was just like painting walls and and that's when I really started banging out some. And so I did one about the paper towels, the shitty paper towels that blew it. And it wasn't even me being a janitor or anything. It was like one of those quick 7-second TikToks. You know, I'm sitting at a table, roll of paper towel. I spill chocolate milk. Someone hands me brown paper towels. I wipe it. It cuts to the spills bigger. I wipe it again. The spills bigger.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, I have a lake of chocolate milk.
Right.
And more paper towel. So that's all I did, and it was like worldwide.
But you're
viral.
hitting on such a relatable thing.
So dumb. Like, it was nothing I could build a career off. It was me cleaning a spill.
Well, you got to go on stage and bring a bunch of milk and paper towels. Now you got to go, make a big lake of chocolate milk.
I know, just bring them up on stage. So, it blew up my account, but then it was like, oh, am I going to be the paper towel spill guy now?
Right, well, that's what people start doing.
Right.
You know, good for you that you were already done stand-up, you're already in comedy, you know you want to do something more, you have a direction, and that's... You go, okay, one good video, we'll go on to the next. And, then you suffer the disappointment of experience. You know, this is the thing that, like, we're crying to no one who cares.
Yeah.
But it's like the day after the one that hits, you do the next video and you're like, it doesn't taste as sweet. You know, the tomatoes lost its flavor. The fruit isn't juicy. You know?
Right. And the followers just dwindle. And then you get one that hits, they come back. You know, it's just throwing shit at the wall. And
listen, we want everyone to go follow Jimmy Cash at Jimmy Cash Rules on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Go follow. We're pumped to have you. Hilarious. Go follow Jimmy Cash Rules. We are sponsored. When you walk into a wine store before a party, you choose a random bottle based on how cool the label looks, right? If you're tired of having no idea what you're buying or what type of wines you even like, it's time to try First Leaf. First Leaf delivers personalized wine boxes straight to your doorstep. Getting started is so easy. You just take a quiz about your likes and dislikes, and their expert team will match you with amazing wines based on your preferences. See, I love this. If you're around my age, if you're our generation, we love efficiency. We love being told this is exactly what you want. That's where First Leaf comes in. Basically, you're going to fill out a questionnaire. You're going to say what you like and dislike, and it's going to be without the waiter hovering over you going, what type of wine? No. You can really get depthy. And then they're going to send you wine. Every selection is backed by First Leaf's 100% satisfaction guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. This is a great way to learn about new wines. Maybe you find something that they send you that now it becomes your go-to and you get that the rest of your life. What a beautiful thing. To make sure you've got great wine when you want it this summer, you've got to try First Leaf. Just head over to tryfirstleaf.com/JTrain to sign up, and you'll get your first 6 hand-curated bottles for just $44.95. 6 bottles.
Not bad.
$44.95. Go to tryfirstleaf.com/JTrain. That's tryfirstleaf.com/JTrain to get your first 6 bottles for under $8 a bottle. Tryfirstleaf.com/JTrain. Here with Jimmy Cash Rules, at Jimmy Cash Rules on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. Are you ready to complain?
Oh, yeah, always.
Okay. I'll complain first. You ready?
Yep.
Hit the music, Shelby. Jared, he has some problems. Jared, he's got some issues to do. Get off his chest right now. Jared has a lot of issues. Jared has a issue with a lot of things that we can discuss. Can you relate to the problem now? I wasn't even going to complain about this. I had a whole other complaint ready to go. And then I get an email, and it's titled, Brendan said you're the best. I don't know who the fuck Brendan is. And it came through my website. And I really don't like when someone doesn't come to you professionally.
Right.
In any context. If I don't know you, if we haven't had a full conversation, if we haven't talked in the last 6 months, let's have a little professionalism. Let's have a little class. Let's have you go hat in hand. Hey, you probably don't remember me, but because I'm doing all these things. I'm going up to people. I'm not saying this as I'm King Jared and come approach me correctly, but I kind of am. If we've never met, I don't want to be comfy with you yet. How about we get comfy once we've established that I can trust you? Because when I hear Brendan told me to talk to you, I don't know who Brendan is. I don't know who you are. I want nothing to do with you. I want nothing to do with Brendan. This comfortability, and then you are always considered the big dickhead for being, everyone's got to walk on eggshells around you. No, you don't.
Right.
You just have to come appropriately.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Jared. We've never met before, but let me explain why I'm at your front door. That's the thing. It used to be you had to go to the front door, knock, knock, knock. Hi, Mrs. Smith, can I speak to your son, Joshua? There was a little bit of you got to look someone in the eye. Now with the internet, people don't consider things your front door. This email is my front door.
Right.
You've knocked on my front door. Oh, Brendan said, no. I don't know who you are. I don't know who Brendan is. I want names, where you come from, why you're here. Act like I might say, I don't know you. Act like everything, whenever you approach someone, everyone should act like there is an eyeball sticking out of a window. You brought up, the Ropers. What did you?
Three's Company.
Three's Company.
Yeah,
I want sitcom-style neighbor next door,
right.
Mrs. Kravitz, looking through a front window. Who is it? That's how I'm answering every email, every DM. Like this idea that, last Thursday saw you. What? Who? I got a DM. Someone was like, they wrote me a DM, and it felt like they were trying to make something happen, like relationship wise. They were approaching me.
Yeah.
It's a private account.
Yes.
DMs me. So already we're in the land of no trust. I don't get to see who you are, what you look like, if you have friends, nothing. Hey, I saw you out today. They saw me out.
Craigslist style.
Yeah, basically misconnection style. Hey, I saw you. I didn't even know who you were, but my friend told me who you were, and now I'm just saying hi. What? So you insult me? Like, first of all, you're messaging me.
Right.
How about it was great seeing you today? I know this is weird. Just acknowledge I know this is weird.
Right.
No, Brendan said you're great. No, I don't know who anyone is. And here's why it makes me mad. I am curious. I want to know who Brendan is. Brendan was on my podcast last week and he interviewed me. Said I should definitely see if you'd like to come on my show. Who? What?
Yeah, that could be anyone.
How about hi, Jared? Hi, Mr. Freed, actually.
Mr. Freed.
Hi. No, let's have some civility here.
Yes. Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Freed. I'd like a business. I'd like to have some time with you to do some business. Bring it back.
Yeah.
My father's Jared. I'm Mr. Freed. I'll reverse it.
It's
Doesn't
true.
that annoy you?
Oh, yeah. I get emails.
Maybe we are a good match for a podcast. Ooh, Brendan, I don't trust a thing out of this person's mouth. Because that's the thing. When you come in too comfy, you're trying to fool me. That's my first instinct.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, they're trying to skip a step. Or,
right.
Yeah, like, we're already past this point.
No, we're not. That's my complaint. Jimmy, you got a complaint?
I only thought of it on the...
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Hit the music, Shelby.
Yes.
It's the guest's turn to complain.
Can give you a shot, too.
They're ready to jump in.
Jimmy was ready to jump in.
I was. You got me fired.
They've got lots of problems, too. It ain't all about
Why do all
Jared.
schools smell the
Let's
same?
hear their complaint of the day.
I think it's a
Let's
cleaning
hear
product.
their
It's gotta be, right?
Yeah.
complaint
There's
of
a
the
school
day.
smell. You know what I'm talking
They're invited
Yes.
on
It's
the
like
show
dust
to have
and
some
cleaning
fun
products
and complain
make this
with
weird-
you.
Especially if it's an older school.
Let's
they all
hear that
those
complaint.
really
Like
smell
that
the
old
same.
wood on the walls.
Yeah. It's a unique...
All right, let's go. What's
yeah.
your complaint?
So yeah, just when people I was coming into New York today and people say, "Oh, you got to park." I'll tell you where to park. You go over here.
I hate this. Yeah,
you go
you're
over
right.
here, and then you gotta. It's not that far of a walk. You got to walk from, what's the thing, the park down there.
Right,
whatever.
they're like, oh, you're going to the West Village?
Yeah.
Park in New Jersey is a really good spot that you're always going to find a spot,
Yeah.
and then you'll just walk from New Jersey, and you're
Right.
like, and you have to kind of go along. You got to go. Oh,
Yeah. Take a ferry.
Right.
I'll pay.
yeah,
I'd rather
totally.
pay like a lot of money to not
Right.
worry about a day and park right next to where I'm going.
Efficiency.
Efficiency.
You would like time in your life back,
Yeah.
not to listen to this idiot tell you where they're going to park, and
Yeah.
they're doing it to let you know. It's a little bit of a I'm better than you.
Oh yeah.
Because they want to let you know I look for parking. I'm not frivolous like
Right.
some people.
Yeah.
I'm someone who cares about $1, so I know the good spots to park. So I'm going to tell you where to park, but it's
Yeah.
not for you. It's for
Yeah.
you to know that they are Mr. Pennypacker and care about money more than everyone else.
And they're trying to flex on their knowledge of they've been there, done that, and they
Right.
know the secrets.
Right, I'm Mr. New York, even though I've lived in
yeah.
Worcester for 1,000 years. I've been in New York twice, so I know how things work. I'm an
Yeah.
in the know guy.
Right. Yeah. There's
I hate
one
that.
spot with a sign that if it the sign is there.
Right.
You could slide in, and you got to circle around the block 45 times.
And you're like, no, this whole conversation's a waste of my time.
Yeah.
This parking spot that I'm looking for, like it's the gold of Alcatraz or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't need your treasure map hunt. I don't want any of this.
No.
Hey, you're going to New York? Have fun. How about that? How about good luck?
Yeah.
Enjoy the ride. Be
Right.
safe.
Be
Those
safe.
are all good things to say.
Yeah.
How about you park on 35th Street? No. Shh. I don't need any parking help. There's garages there? Like, oh, you know how to get there? Yeah, I got Google Maps.
Google.
Yeah, I got Google. I've given my life to this algorithm.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it one more time with the directions to the podcast I'm going to take.
Parking near me.
Right.
That's it.
Parking near me.
Boom.
I am going to pay the $20
Yeah.
for not only to be able to leave as late as possible,
Yeah.
but also to know that my car isn't going to be stolen and then I park at the right. Do you know how many times when I used to have a car here, you don't just park the car and just leave it. That's a crazy person.
Yeah.
You park the car, you lock it 17 times. Then you look back. Is it in the right spot? Does the sign make sense?
Right.
You're looking at the sign, you read it 30 times.
Yeah.
Right? You go to the sign,
Yeah.
Monday, Wednesday, what day is it today?
Yeah.
You know, you're 5 to 7. What time is it? Is it really 6? Am I looking at the right clock? Like, you have all this doubt.
Right.
That goes into parking on the street. That it's like, no. How about I have none of that?
None of it.
None of the stress, none of the wonder, none of the leaving the house 2 hours early to make sure I park.
Exactly. That's it.
JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. Here with Jimmy Cash. At Jimmy Cash Rules. Go follow. It's on all the platforms. We're sponsored. Manscaped. Summertime is like Halloween when it comes to showing off your assets. The same way you can dress like a slutty anything in October, you can run around in a Speedo all summer long. And post photos of your well-groomed bod at the beach. And nobody can say a thing about it. Manscaped is here to make sure you're looking great for all those pics, reels, and TikToks. Just pick up their Performance Package 4.0. It comes with the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker 2.0 for ear and nose hair grooming, and a pair of comfy boxers and a travel case, a classy travel bag to store your new stuff. I love Manscaped. Here's what I love, okay? It is going to give you all the gear to take care of yourself in a way that you might not have before if you didn't have it. Turn your bathroom into a spa. You're going to, it all works amazingly, and it just feels good. You're going to feel better after you use the stuff. You're going to, and again, if there's a guy in your life and they're a little hairier downstairs, what a great way to give them a gift that also helps you out, that you kind of, maybe you want a little cleanup. This is a great way to motivate, too. And it does make me motivated when I see it, and I know it's going to make me feel good afterwards.
Right.
Women generally have that thing where they have their creams and their spas and their loofahs and all that, and we don't really have much, so we don't spend time on this. But you do feel good afterwards. Your man is going to feel good.
Absolutely.
And they got so many good stuff. We know that shaving down there can be a little nerve-wracking, but you're in great hands with Manscaped. It's all good stuff. The Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer is even made with a cutting-edge ceramic blade and skin-safe technology to reduce grooming accidents. So get 20% off and free shipping with code JTrain at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code JTrain Manscaped, the perfect way to get your patties sizzling hot this summer. Love that. You ready for the lounge?
Yes, absolutely.
Luxury Lounge. MDW, no pool, no grill, big problems. Jared Shelby and guests, all the softest feathers. Big fan of JTrain, you up benefit subscriber, and just about any content you put out there, thank you. I'm writing you from my apartment just outside of Boston. So you're from Worcester?
Whoa. Yes, this wasn't me, though.
Okay, it's not you. Okay. I'm a janitor. What? No. Right around the corner from the Chestnut Hill Mall. Ever heard of it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Yes.
I used to go all the time. Last August, I moved into an apartment with an outdoor pool and grill. Beautiful. As a summertime sun worshiper, this was an unexpected but extremely welcome apartment and amenity. Right around mid-May, I noticed that the pool was being prepared, cover was removed, water being emptied and refilled, etc. Looking ahead at the forecast, I noticed that Memorial Day weekend was looking sunny and warm. So I invited a few friends to come by, swim and grill. To be sure, I double-checked with my building manager, and he confirmed that the pool would be open by Memorial Day weekend. You're living large.
Yeah. That's
Pool
nice.
on Memorial Day weekend that you could just waltz out to?
Nothing better than that.
Nothing better. And excitement is at a high. You're like, oh my God, we've done it. You know, there is a thing about an event. You know, you ever perform on New Year's Eve?
Oh, yeah.
New Year's Eve, people are tense.
Yes.
They're tense. They bought a ticket this night. We have one shot to make my New Year's Eve happen.
Yeah.
The audience is tough. One year, I did a New Year's Eve show, and it was tense like that. Then I went to a free New Year's Eve show.
Yeah.
People were loose. I've never had a better audience because, again, the pressure was taken off of it. You know, it's like, oh, we're getting everything. This is it. We won.
Right.
No, the knowledge that everyone out there is paying, and you found this free, fun night on New Year's Eve that wasn't dressing up. It was just you having a night that no one else can have. This is the same as the pool on Memorial Day weekend.
Right.
Everyone else had to take a car, had to drive and get their, get their cooler in the car, and had to get seats on the beach, and we had it ready. There's a win here.
Yep. It's a layup.
Lo and behold, Sunday of Memorial Day weekend rolls around, sunshine, 89 degrees. There's a big, fat pool closed sign on the gate.
Uh-oh.
Hey, no outdoor furniture, no chase lounges, nothing. To make the best of it, I invited my friends over to grill anyways. No. Now you've ruined your friends' days, too. Can you imagine being one of those friends? Yeah, we got a pool.
Yeah.
No, what? No pool?
No.
I told other people. I said no to other people.
Yeah.
We set a blanket out in the shade. Oy, this is a disaster. And decided to grill and have a picnic while staring longingly at the glimmering blue pool in the sunshine. So the pool had water in it, too.
Oh, my God.
However, once we tried to turn the grill on, there was no propane in the tank. This is horrific. Is it too much to ask to communicate with residents when the pool will actually be open? I get that it takes some time to get the chemicals right, which I later found out was why it was closed. No, that's a ridiculous excuse.
Yeah.
That's the chemicals right? Throw some. I don't even care.
Go in.
At least give us some furniture and gas for the grill so we can enjoy these amenities on one of the most grillingest holidays of the year. Sincerely, Pool Hungry Betch. What do you think of this? This is horrible.
It's a rough hit because now they're just hanging out at an apartment complex outside. On
a blanket, on the ground. A tough hit. They went from, we are going to be at Sandals Resort outside of our door, to sitting on the ground, no food, no drink. Or maybe a drink. They probably have a drink. I mean, no grill.
Oh, would they boil hot dogs?
You can't even boil hot dogs. You got no heat stores. I guess in the apartment.
No,
you're sitting having subs outside, cold cuts.
Oh.
There is no, to go from pool burgers and dogs to ground cold cuts and chips, you've ruined so many days. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to trust that person who invited me about anything ever again.
Right.
Right?
They should have sent the memo out. Hey, heads up, this is canceled, or what? If you still want to come,
a week.
Yeah.
A week ahead of time, I go, okay. I'd still be mad the pool isn't happening, but at least I knew.
Right.
You have invited. This person invited friends.
Yeah.
And they have the towel around their neck, the wingies on, big pool float.
Oh my God.
The suntan lotion on their nose and goggles on their head, and they're like, "When are we swimming?" And they're like, "Well, I got some bad news." Because they would have done other things. They wouldn't have come to your ground party with cold cuts.
And the pool is there. They're just dangling in front of them like a piece of meat. They should have just gone to the food court at the Chestnut Mall there.
I don't even think there's a food court there. Yeah, no. I would have told everyone, go find other things. Go save yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done. I would have said,
move.
Save yourself. I don't want to handle your looks of judgment, because these friends will never trust them again.
No.
They're gonna have to earn it back.
Right.
They got to earn it back with more pool parties. It will take. Honestly, if this person invited me to this and there was no pool, I would be so disappointed that and if they invited me a second time, I'd be like, the amount of times I'd ask if they were sure, would be such an indication of how little I trusted them.
Yeah.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Here with Jimmy Cash at Jimmy Cash Rules. Go follow. Hilarious comic. He's touring. You're touring.
Touring a little bit, getting out there. The janitor. Where are we headed? We're heading to Soul Joel's in Atlantic City, Stamford, New York Comedy Club. All
love it.
August 17th through the
JimmyCashComedy.com. JimmyCashComedy.com. He's all over the place.
Yeah.
Luxury Lounge. Luxury apartment coffee machine. They put luxury in quotes.
Okay.
Jared. Feather, love the podcast and stand-up, long-time listener, first-time complainer. I live in a quote-unquote luxury apartment, which basically means I pay a lot of money in rent to live in a small apartment in the city. It has the usual amenities like a gym, rooftop lounge area, and a free coffee machine in the lobby. That's a bigger amenity than I'm used to.
Wow.
Free coffee machine.
Better than a pool.
I don't know about that one. My complaint It's about the coffee machine. They implemented a rule that the coffee machine only turns on between 6 a.m. and noon each day, since apparently residents were going through the coffee too quickly. 6 a.m. and noon? Too quick? Don't these things not make sense to you?
Yeah.
If it's gone, it's gone. That's the thing. If it's still there, why don't we just keep it going?
Keep it going, yeah.
Like,
Right.
What are we going through?
Right.
Like, first of all, we all live in a world where there's not endless supplies of coffee.
Right.
Are they saving it for the week? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. That's...
Am I crazy to think that it's a ridiculous rule? A cup of ground coffee can't cost more than 60 cents. And we're paying plenty in rent to have access to these amenities. To make matters worse, the cleaning crew spends about a half hour deep cleaning the machine every day, which falls right in the middle of the morning, which is precious coffee time. At least have the decency to save it for the afternoon. I can't be the only one who likes a little mid-afternoon cup of coffee. Now, we have a professional here. Do you have to clean the machines?
Absolutely not.
No.
No. If there's a coffee thing in the teacher's lounge, that's on them.
That's the teacher's responsibility.
That's a what's it called? An appliance. Like,
okay, that's not your...
No.
You don't do windows.
It's not school sanctioned, you know?
Right. So you're only doing school sanctioned property.
Right. School
But
property.
I guess in this instance, the amenities are part of the building's property, so I would get. But the cleaning, are there items that you are told to clean? Like, do you know you're in people's way? Are there points where you're cleaning something and you're like, good, fuck you?
Oh yeah.
What are the things? Like, are there things you clean just in spite of other people?
Yeah, we have a little clash with the CAF because they use it for drama class. They got a gym, the stage,
cafeteria. Okay.
I clash with the drama teacher because I'm flipping up the tables to scrub and then she comes in. Oh, we were gonna rehearse.
Oh no.
And sometimes
I mean, you couldn't have a worse enemy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Drama teacher and janitor. I feel like those are mortal foes. I feel like you guys come from two different sides of the world.
Absolutely.
Like drama teacher, like I would assume sensitive. I would assume like a little bit dramatic, of course. And then you're tough guy, janitor guy.
Yeah.
Who doesn't, give a shit.
Yeah. I don't want to like screw up the kids'
This
day,
is out of the sitcom.
But yeah, it's like she likes to not. I don't get the memo that they're going to have the rehearsal time.
Right.
So sometimes I catch wind of it, though, through the
Sometimes
grapevine.
you find out.
But since it wasn't directly given to me, I'm going to soak the floor down right before rehearsal time.
And do
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to say, well, where was my, cue me in on this.
Guess, right. I guess they're not sending you those Dunkin' gift cards that the other teachers are giving you.
That's what it is. Yeah.
That's the thing. So hold on. So I'm trying to think. To me, it's like not the drama teacher's fault, but I understand why they're annoying.
Well, yeah. It's the thing is she'll come up with a schedule. The teachers that she's pulling the kids out of their class for the rehearsal, they know
during school.
Yeah, or they have it's an arts magnet school, so there's a drama time. They know what the schedule is. The principal knows. Everyone's cued in.
Except you.
Except me, I think I'm integral to this.
Right. The cafeteria needs to be clean.
It needs to be clean. So
right.
When's it gonna be clean?
If they're coming in during the day when, I guess what would bother me is this, they're not thinking of you. They're like, he'll clean it when he cleans it.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I have a whole process.
Yeah.
My art suffers.
And then if I don't clean it, if I go, fuck it, I'm not going to clean it.
Right. And then at 4 o'clock they go, how hasn't the cafeteria been cleaned by now?
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. You have to answer to people too.
Yes. Yeah.
And the cafeteria is one of those things like, we can't just like let lunch lie.
No.
Lunch needs to be cleaned or else it just builds up.
Oh, it's brutal. Yeah. So it's important. It's important.
So sometimes you're cleaning it like good. Fuck this.
Yeah, I get the machine running, the whole nine. And the tables are flipped up. They're waiting. The whole line of them's waiting to get in there, and I'm just fucking, And
you do look like you would beat up drama nerds. I have to say.
Yeah, she could probably beat me up.
Okay.
She could. She could if she wanted. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I'll say.
Listen, I will say this. I think the annoying part about this is that they have a time schedule at all. When you're saying 6 a.m. to noon, apparently residents were going through the coffee too quickly. Just have coffee out, say nothing,
Right.
and let it run out. We ran out today. And because to me, it's this whole idea that they have, it's control. There's a little Nazi Germany built into this thing of like, oh, well, we want to let people know we control the coffee. How about the coffee sits and when it's gone, it's gone. Like, I don't think this person would be writing in if it was just like, maybe their email would be different. We keep running out of coffee every day.
Yeah.
I guess people maybe were going, where are there more coffee in the back? But if you just say, hey, we put out this much each day,
That's
whoever
it.
gets
That's
to it,
how coffee works. Exactly what
Right.
you're saying. That's how, coffee at a, what a breakfast, what are the continental breakfast?
Right.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Over.
Done.
Game over.
We had one tube.
Yeah.
It's over. JTrain Podcast at gmail.com. JTrain Podcast at gmail.com. Here with Jimmy Cash at Jimmy Cash Rules. He's touring. The janitor. Janitor. Bring a mop on stage?
No.
No?
But, no. I might look for one in the, if there's one backstage.
Do you see other janitors and give do janitors come to your shows?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, I get more teachers than janitors.
That's
Get
fun.
the heavy teacher crowd.
Right,
yeah.
right. And that's a good crowd.
It is. Oh, they're the best. Yeah.
Okay, I like this one. Luxury Lounge. Onions. Okay. Jared and Guest. Love the podcast. Gets me through my morning commute. After a few weeks ago, I went out with my best friend, her crush, his best friend, and another girl. So best friend, her crush, his best friend, and another girl. We went for some late night Denny's. Great late night option, by the way. Great breakfast option, too. I love a Denny's.
It's fun.
And as soon as we were seated, my friend's crush began to make a big deal about how his best friend hates onions. He went so far to say that he also will not order anything with onions because his friend hates them so much. The other girl we were with agreed and also said she wouldn't order anything with onions either for him. The three of them ordered breakfast skillets and made a big deal again to the server requesting no onions even though it was a part of the dish. My bestie and I thought this was super weird and we would just order whatever we want. It wasn't an allergy, just a preference. The guy who hates them wasn't even the one to make a thing out of it. Are we assholes for not going along with this onion thing? Is this a common courtesy I'm missing? My gut instinct is telling me that my friend's crush is actually in love with his best friend. Because why would you die on this no onion hill otherwise? Thanks for reading. Would love to know your thoughts. What do you think of this no onions debacle?
There was a lot of the best friend thing.
Right.
I was trying to follow, but the girl was siding with the...
I guess the most important thing to remember is one guy doesn't eat onions, and someone else had to alert the whole group about how no onions should be purchased. And I just don't understand that. That's annoying to me.
That is annoying.
Right? The idea that, this other what are they? They're your PR agent?
Yeah.
If you can't speak up for yourself, I don't care.
Right.
I'm not listen, this isn't a child. This isn't, someone in elementary school who, hasn't figured out the interpersonal skills to be able to do this yet. And that's an age where you're figuring those things out. But once we're in adult working world, I'm done worrying about someone at the table who goes, can we not get onion? No.
Right.
They can't say it, then I am not listening. I don't need someone else. I don't understand the other person getting involved. No onions, fine. If you were like, hey, I don't like onions. When I see them, I'll puke right on the fucking table.
Yeah,
I'd be like, okay,
right.
No
That's
onions.
it.
I'm cool.
Boom.
But if you don't have the guts to say that, then you don't care enough about this problem
Right.
to have us make a move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's and that's weird. The girl liking the guy, that was a thing that kind of was a little
right. The crush thing, I guess it was the crush that said it about the friend, right?
Yeah. The crush may have liked the wrong guy. You know what I mean? It wasn't syncing up, so that must have been a real bad Denny's experience.
Horrible. I mean,
you know
Denny's
what I mean?
no onions? What are we doing here?
Come on.
I'm getting onions in my omelet.
Yeah.
In a skillet?
Dude.
That's where all the taste comes from.
Dude, it's 3 a.m. You're at Denny's. Nothing should matter.
That's the bigger point.
Yeah.
3 a.m. Denny's. You're at Denny's at whatever hour of the night.
If you're not there in the middle of the night, something's wrong.
We went for some late night Denny's. At that point, if someone's telling you what to get, not to get,
right?
No.
Right.
We are here to eat and not judge what other. It does come off as a judgment,
right?
You can't look at a food that's a normal everyday food. This wasn't like some random delicacy. This was fucking onions. Like, you're going to come across it. Like, I don't know how you live every day in your life if this is an issue for you.
Yeah. That's a bad situation.
Right. 3 a.m., I should be able to order like a pig snout, and someone will go, "Oh yeah, good order,
good
like,
call."
like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're not taking you fine dining where you're like,
Hey,
this is what you get here. You
right. It's a little too on each other.
Yeah.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Here with Jimmy Cash at Jimmy Cash Rules. Go follow. Get involved. Hilarious. It is about to storm outside.
Is that what that is? I feel
it.
like it got dark. Yeah.
It got dark outside. It feels like it's nighttime. This really changed. I look back. The earth was rumbling out there.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't park in Jersey.
Thank God. Luxury Lounge. I live where people vacation. Jared, Papa, Board Lord, Rosa Parks, all the other well-earned titles. I have a predicament that you may empathize with since you live in a tourist city like New York. You live in Worcester.
Yeah.
Not a big tourist destination.
No.
Not
at all.
People are vacationing in Worcester.
I don't know if it's ever happened.
What's the vacation spot from Worcester? Like the Catskills?
The Cape Cod.
Cape still?
Or Hampton Beach, New Hampshire. Not the Hamptons.
Right, Hampton Beach. Very different beach.
Yes.
I live in a beach town in the Bay Area in Northern California, and 8 months out of the year, I love it. The weather's great. It's quiet. Great bars, restaurants, and a lot to do both inside and outside. The second the clock strikes midnight on Memorial Day weekend, it's like I find myself in a nightmare I can't wake up from. All of a sudden, there's bumper-to-bumper traffic on every street, no parking to be found. My normal beaches, food spots, etc. are swamped from open to close. Luckily, I work from home, so I can mostly avoid this madness, but heaven forbid I have a dentist appointment or have to go to the grocery store this time of year. It's like going to war. The town I live in also does have a lot of ways in and out, so if I go in or out of town to visit family... The town I live in also does have a lot of ways in and out, so if I go in or out of town to visit family or friends, I find myself stuck in traffic then too. I think they meant does it of a lot of ways in and out.
Right.
Not to mention many of the visitors are rude and not very courteous more often than not just because they don't know any better. Of course, the whole gatekeeping local vibe isn't a good look, so I just grin and bear it and politely do my best to swallow the resentment that I feel that the best time of the year I have to share this beautiful place with a bunch of imbeciles. Thanks, and hopefully I don't come across as too much of a jerk. Sincerely, Summertime Blues. What do you think of this, Jimmy Cash?
I mean, it's kind of... I'm curious what the town is, first of all, but...
you must feel this way about the school. Like, when the kids are there, it's like, get out of my way.
Yeah, it's more like when there's... visitors at the school or something. There's like a tour going on. They're pointing. That's like a zoo exhibit. They're doing the kindergarten tours. There he is. Yeah,
that's the guy who takes the trash out. Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, this isn't
moving along.
This isn't a tourist town,
right?
But no, it's fine. We don't get much of that tourist action though in Worcester.
Right. Here's the thing that something from their email jumped out at me that annoyed me. And I agree with their complaint. It sucks. Okay. You live in this beautiful town. There's a reason,
right.
And people, what they'd explain is just people being people.
Right.
Nobody treats someone else's town better than they treat their own. So they're coming to you.
Yeah.
They're acting like assholes because it's their vacation.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a few more drinks.
It's like the New Year's Eve thing.
Right. New Year's Eve.
This is it.
This is it. Got to get it in.
Right.
So their energy is at like a not good energy.
Right.
You ever had someone show up and they're like, hey, what's going on? Are you ready for today's train? You're like, whoa. Right. I am not. Where their energy is never going to match a normal energy. They're on vacation energy. So they're already annoying.
Yeah.
They're already too excited. Like sometimes my brother will call me. He'll be like, what's going on last weekend? I'm like, I need you like 10% less.
Yeah.
Hello.
Right.
What's happening? Let's roll into this conversation. Vacation people, they are jacked up on vacation energy. They're waking up at different times than they usually do. They're drinking more. They're eating more. They are a different person. So they're shitting all over the town. They're using the bathrooms. Here's the thing that really jumped out at me, other than their complaint. Of course, the whole gatekeeping local vibe isn't a good look. When did this happen? This gatekeeping thing. I see this on TikTok a lot. Where I don't want to be a gatekeeper.
Oh, the gatekeeper.
Yeah, I want to be a gatekeeper. I like my places. I like to know the places that are in the know. You do have to earn local places. You have to earn going into the mom and pop shop. And again, some of this, the feedback would be, well, we want these places to stay in business and make money. Of course I do. But there's got to be a level of like caring about the place you go to.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not going to just let you know the best beach.
Right.
What, because you exist? No, I don't know. I want people to searching things out and putting in effort to find the local things and find the better beach. Yeah. That is someone who's going to respect it more. So this person who's like, I don't want to be a gatekeeper. Yeah, I think there should be more gatekeeping.
Right. Leave the gate open.
We'll leave the gate open, but it's not going to be. We're not going to put it on Google Maps.
Right.
I'm not going to make it easier for you to live your, like, if you don't care. I get these messages all the time. Hey, I want to go to the cellar this week. When are you at the cellar?
Right.
I can't answer you. I don't have the time. They have a website with a calendar and a lineup. I'm on there.
Right.
How much who am I going to believe is going to be a better audience member? The person I took by the hand and had to walk them to the front door of the Comedy Cellar, or the person who went on their own, got the ticket, took the chance, did the things that you have to do to be, and then they get there and they cherish it more. They go, I want this to be a good night. I'm not going to get too drunk. I'm going to be a better audience. I'm going to be zoned in. I'm going to watch the show. The person that you lead there, and it's happened to me. I've gotten people tickets where they're like, I couldn't get tickets. It's like, well, they didn't get tickets because they didn't prepare. They didn't care that much. And then I made it easy on them, and then they get there, and they start heckling me. I'm like, is the person I just helped to get in here the one heckling me?
Awful. Well,
it's always
you. Are you there yet? Are you here yet? What time are you going on?
Right. What time are you going on?
Right.
These people generally aren't the best people at a show. And I'm saying this to this person where you're like, I don't want to be a gatekeeper. If someone needs you to put out where the good places are in your town to go to, then they didn't care enough to search those places out to find the good places. Right. So they're not going to be caring with those good places.
Right.
It's just the way it works. It's the way humans act.
Yeah. We need gatekeeping.
More. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Here with Jimmy Cash at Jimmy Cash Rules. He is touring. I went to your website.
I need to do some updates there, but
you need some updates?
A little bit, not too bad. It's not like,
the website, Jimmy Cash Comedy. Jimmy Cash, is that your real name?
No.
What's your,
my real, it was like a nickname in high school. Jimmy Cash was like, cash my check at the check depot on Fridays for my drug dealer. Drugs, I mean, just buying weed.
Yeah.
Call me Jimmy Cash. And then I used it as,
a stage name.
Right when I started,
I'm reading the dates here. We already did the Melody Tent.
Yeah.
Woods Hole.
Just did it.
How was it?
That was at the golf club. Beautiful. Steve, me and old Boston.
Steve Sweeney, Boston legend. I've opened for Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Woods Hole, though, that's a beautiful area.
Oh, the golf club there, it's like a private golf. It looks like you're on I did a video out there, I feel like I'm on Antigua right now. It's beautiful, yeah.
August 4th. That's coming up. The Boston Comedy Blowout. I've done that at the South Shore Circus. That's a great spot.
Absolutely.
Soul Joel's, Atlantic City, New York Comedy Club in Stamford. I just did it. Loved it.
Nice.
Laugh Boston.
Yep, that's November.
Thanksgiving.
Yep, November
That'll
weekend.
be great.
Yeah. Yep.
Go check out Jimmy Cash at Jimmy Cash Rules Luxury Lounge. We don't care what you do in your free time on LinkedIn. Do you have a LinkedIn? Did you have a janitorial LinkedIn? These are all stupid questions.
No,
it's very funny because it's like,
yeah.
I feel like a snob a little bit because you do have this thing of like, that's the janitor.
Yeah, you got it.
But you know
it's good though.
It's do you know what I mean though? Like you're thinking back of yourself. It's not like I was like, I think people were probably nicer than maybe I was. Now this is you're wondering. I'm wondering. I'm like in my head. I'm like, maybe I was like, hey, there's I don't remember the name.
Yeah. Yeah, it's well, you kind of. It's naturally like a clown-like thing, you know. The janitor's I do have a joke about that. The LinkedIn, the guys I work with say, you know, I'm not going to do the bit right now, but they say like, oh, we're custodians, and I always say, oh, is that what's on your LinkedIn? You know,
right.
Come on, let's calm down.
Do you have what's the boss like? Like, what's the
boss? Oh, there's there's like 50 schools in Worcester under the same. You know, superintendent, and there's facilities director, and you know.
Would you become management? Do you have
no? I
that?
don't. I don't want to. It's either I'm going to go eventually full. I'm
comedy.
going to go full time comedy. Gonna go.
Of course, with your help, go follow at Jimmy Cash Rules.
Yeah, so I'll go. But you know, so I enjoy what I do though, and I don't want to get into the management side of it.
Well, see, to me, I would pop in a podcast, and I'd be like. Gone from the world. Like I would get my is that possible?
Oh, that's it. Yeah, I get in at 6 a.m. during school days. Yeah, 2 hours before the school opens, I do a little cleaning podcast on. Right, it's the best part of my day.
That's gonna be great.
Love it.
That's something that is something I'm envious of. Just that idea of like I'm doing work. Yeah, I'm fulfilled. Yeah. There's very few jobs in this world today of beginning, middle, and end. Right. You know, you can see the fruits of your labor, kind of zone out, go to another place. It's nice.
It is nice, actually.
Being physical.
Yeah, I might do it forever. Who knows?
Let's go. Yeah. Okay, so there's no LinkedIn. Dear Jared, love the pod. I'll get right into my complaint. I'm a young professional in my mid-20s. More and more, I'm starting to see a shift in LinkedIn towards becoming geared to content creators in the professional space. So I've heard of this. I'm not a LinkedIn person. Yeah. I left it a long time. I mean, I think I had an account, but there was like nothing on it. Right. Like, but when I was 22, it wasn't a thing as much. No. People will steal and repurpose content just to go viral and gain more followers and connections to bolster their career. While that's all fine and dandy, I'm also noticing a lot of creators posting content that has absolutely zero to do with finding jobs or even anything remotely work-related. Nowadays, you will see things like people finding a reason to post photos from their wedding and saying, my last name on LinkedIn is now blank because I got married. Or they will just use it as a space to show their kids or vacations, etc. Just today, I saw a girl. This girl I follow posting about a cruise she was on for her PTO. This is crazy. Yeah. I probably sound like a hater or something, but I really don't care to see this stuff on LinkedIn. I really don't care to know this much about your personal life when I am looking for a job or people to network with. Why can't we just keep it business related, sincerely logging out of LinkedIn? This is a real issue because LinkedIn was kind of the promise was this is your resume. Right. This is a place where you can connect with people in your industry to maybe better your career. And what you have is these people who probably are more comfortable in their career, don't plan on leaving their career, but they've turned it into something else. Yeah. Yeah, it's they can flex a little. It's like a Facebook. It's a social media, like another. And also, I would assume, like, if I was the owner of LinkedIn, I would assume you're like, we need people on here more. So they're probably encouraging people to go, yo, this is the place you can have fun. It's like, yo, come to the office. We got ping pong, and you can have a beer. And you're like, no. Why don't we separate this? And it's like. All of this has bad intentions. The people at LinkedIn want you just more time on their apps. They're like, yeah, post that new bridal picture with your new last name. Like, oh, of course, that's LinkedIn is a place. No. This is business. This is not meant to be the slot machine on the eyes that the Facebook or Instagram is. But now they want in on that. They got to make money. Yeah, this is a business decision in my opinion. I'm more mad at LinkedIn. LinkedIn is than I am. Like you should like shameful. Right. The idea that you can post pictures on LinkedIn. What's the pictures for? Right. What? Why? Yeah, who's gonna go? Wow, she got married. I'm gonna hire her now. Right. Like like that. What does that have to do with what we're doing here? Yeah. So you go. Why are their pictures even allowed? Oh, because LinkedIn wants people on here longer, more. Right. It's that's why I blame. I'm sure people are meeting, like dating on there now. Oh my god! I mean, listen, and then LinkedIn is also made differently. You can see who looks at your thing. I think that's a big part of it because you're like, oh, maybe they're looking for a job. Maybe this is someone I can network with. No, just a dude who's being creepy. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast. At gmail.com. I mean, the sky opened up out there. The listeners don't care. No. Shelby's shaking his head. He's like, this is bad podcasting. But You don't have an umbrella? That's why you were shaking your head? We were putting on a show over here. Shelby. Well, I would assume this looks like quick to come. It didn't come that quick. So it might not be quick to leave. We got time for a couple more? What do we got time for? 2 more? Okay. Good thing we got 2 more in front of me.
All right.
Luxury Lounge, nosy neighbors, and HOA. People really don't like their HOA.
Wait, what's HOA? Housing Authority? Wait,
Housing... Homeowners Association.
Yeah.
JTrain, long-time listener, first time writing in. My boyfriend and I just moved in together. We live in Denver, and with our combined income, we were able to afford a really nice apartment. It's too... See, would you go to... Is the school system like the place you want to be? For janitors? Like,
oh, yeah.
Or would it like a homeowners association? Like that wouldn't be as...
Unless you own your own cleaning service that's like
Right.
big time. Yeah, you could probably make some... These people make serious money. But if you just want a little, city pension type of thing...
Time to retire,
Yeah,
all that
yeah,
stuff. I got you. We were able to afford a really nice apartment. It's 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, newly renovated, and has a spacious balcony with city and mountain views. I love everything about my apartment as long as I'm inside the unit. Now on to my issue. The building primarily consists of nosy and annoying residents who are 70 to 80 plus years old. I have lived here for less than a week, and I have been stopped 6+ times. They primarily stop me to educate me on the HOA rules. Can you imagine?
Oh, my God.
You're at your apartment. Someone's like, hey, can I stop you from doing whatever you're going to do to tell you about the rules here? And even though prior to moving in, I had to read the lengthy HOA rules and regulations document, and I had to attend an orientation meeting that was an hour and a half. That's crazy.
Ugh.
Everyone has been also asking which unit I live in. I have shared this, but going forward, this information I do not want to share. While this issue is annoying, it is particularly bothering me because my boyfriend is not getting stopped and talked to like I have been. That's annoying.
Whoa.
In addition to the neighbors and the people at the on-site HOA office. Good. I like that you have an office on site. At least there's somewhere to go to be like, what's going on?
Right.
But, okay. In addition to the neighbors, the people at the on-site HOA office have been giving me a hard time as well. During my move-in, the HOA's administrative assistant gave me and my movers directions, which were apparently in direct conflict with the HOA rules. The HOA office admitted that it was a mistake on their part, but the half apology came via email with an attached screenshot of video surveillance footage. This is the thing. If you're going to be on me, be right.
Yes.
Don't be on me and wrong, and then I want money at that point.
Right.
I want you to give me money, because at this point, you stopped my day. Mm-hmm. To tell me rules that weren't really rules? All which was sent to me after the administrative assistant yelled at me in person for 20+ minutes. No, I am not kidding.
What?
Any advice you can offer about how to address and navigate this situation would be greatly appreciated. How do I embody don't fuck with me energy when outside of my apartment? How do I not share which unit I live in when directly asked by other residents? I will start wearing headphones when I leave my apartment, but any other suggestions you have would be appreciated. I love my apartment, but these nosy neighbors and my cursory experience with the HOA has me feeling really down about our decision to live here. Thanks. My dream apartment is turning into a golden cage. This is horrible. I'm sorry this is happening.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. I just wonder, does the boyfriend live with her? Why aren't they talking to him?
Right.
Is he just a visitor? Then I'll understand. They're like, oh, this
She
guy
probably looks more approachable. I think just like generally like women just...
I'm wondering, like, is she really like attractive? Is everyone
Right.
like all the old guys like, hey, I gotta
they just want to talk to her in general? Because
Yeah.
it is weird that anyone would stop you to tell you about the rules. Like,
Right.
why is that even at the top of mind?
Just looking for something to say. I gotta
Right.
think of something to say to this.
I think they need... is there any suggestions from your janitorial experience of what,
To avoid...
how to
you gotta have alternate routes, big time. Like, I see a teacher that I know is very needy coming down the hall in the direction I want to go.
Right.
Not going that way anymore.
Going a different way.
Different way.
I'm willing to take the 5-minute excursion
right.
to maybe to avoid what could be a 20-minute discussion.
Yeah, and I could get, that could send me on a whole other thing, but it's worth not having that encounter.
Right.
Go down the fire escape. Who knows?
Right. I think they need, if I am them, I have a in my holster, so to speak. I'm ready with a response to any question of anyone. Hey, have you heard about the new rules? I would start with, I gotta ask, why is everyone asking me all these questions?
Yeah.
Is this part of? I would ask why.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not the first one because no one wants to think that they're a hack. Like no one wants to believe that they're like the annoying one.
Right.
Why are you and everyone else acting like this?
Yeah.
I'd be like, that would be my first thing. I'd match their aggression with aggression. Why does this keep happening?
Where's harassment in the rules?
Yeah. What's the rule with approaching people who don't want to be approached? I would go, why? Why is this happening over and over again?
That's good.
Have I broken a rule? Have I broken a rule?
Right.
That would be my first. So, Miss, do you know the rules in the H? Have I broken a rule? Name the rule. And then, no, I don't think we have anything to discuss here.
Yeah.
Questions. I'd be ready with a question because to just stop you, and again, here's the problem. 70, 80-year-olds, they got time.
Oh.
They got nothing but time.
They're
watching, waiting. They want conversation. And if you start with a question, what is it that I'm doing wrong?
Yeah.
Just get to it because I'll stop it right now. Nothing?
Yeah.
Because some people, they just want to hear themselves.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
I think a lot has to do with that. And then that takes away that's the don't fuck with me energy.
Diffuses.
Wait. What's the problem? Is there a problem? I've been approached by like 30 people about these rules. Have I broken a rule?
Yeah.
I would go right. Have I broken a rule?
Blunt.
Right. Because I would go straight to, have I broken a rule? Like I would almost like shock them.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't? I got to go.
Yeah. And then they're like, oh, she's prickly. Yeah.
Yeah. Now they want to. Have you seen the one in 5A?
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot, you don't talk to her.
Exactly.
Right. Now you want the don't talk to her energy.
Yeah.
You want that reputation.
Right on.
JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. Let's do one more. You ready?
Yes, sir.
At Jimmy Cash Rules. Go follow. Luxury Lounge. Europeans don't value decadent bathrooms. Jared, longtime listener, first-time writer, huge fan of the lounge. My friend and I even have a specific group chat of haters dedicated to LLCs, Luxury Lounge complaints. Not in my complaint. Background, my boyfriend and I are booking our first trip to Europe together this summer. Good for you. We are going to the south of France. Insert your personal vendetta against France here. It's not a vendetta, but I would say... yeah, not the nicest of people.
Okay.
Not that, you'll have a good time in South of France. And we are looking for a place to stay. We have been looking at mostly 4-star hotels, so not anything crazy expensive, but still nice places. My complaint is the lack of photographs on hotel websites of the bathrooms. The hotel websites often have multiple angles of the bed, view from the windows, hotel bar, and the occasional fake guest on a bike share outside the hotel doors. However, the photo galleries lacks a proper depiction of the hotel bathrooms for our romantic trip. I am insistent that our accommodations have a shower that can fit both of us together.
Ooh.
Good luck, honey. I'm just telling you right now, I stayed in some 4-star places. I stayed in some really nice places. I barely fit in that shower.
In Europe?
It's just not going to be that way. You could maybe they'll have a bath. Here's what I'll say about the bathrooms in Europe. I can understand that you're not going to find what you find here. It's just not going to be the same. It's going to be a little bit messier. I do think that's why the Europeans are cleaner. Like there's a toilet brush in every toilet in Europe.
Really?
This brush. I mean, this is.
I love this. This is good stuff.
Right, this is good stuff.
Yeah.
Next to every toilet, there's a toilet brush. We don't do that here because we would become fucking monsters with that brush. We'd be sword fighting, shoving it up each other's asses. There's no way.
Yeah.
They are more refined. We have to admit to that. So you're going to get a nice bathroom. It won't be, but it's not going to be, here we like big.
Sitting in a huge tub.
Yeah, you're not going to be in a heart-shaped tub. That's why that's like an Americana thing.
Right.
That's not a Europe thing. Europe, the bathroom is not to be like hung out in. They want you out of the place. So I understand what you're saying, but you're not going to get this, the shower with multiple heads. No. You're there used to be this, not nice thing where people would say Europeans smell.
Oh yeah.
Remember that was like a thing when we grew up?
Yeah, definitely.
That was totally French people, Pepe Le
Right.
Pew.
Yeah, right, yeah. Those
they
are the
smell.
armpits.
Right, the
now
armpits.
that's like mainstream, but yeah, back then everyone was like, "Oh my god."
That was like a thing. That was like a not a fair designation for European people.
Yeah.
But that was kind of the joke people would make back at a
Right.
certain time. And it's because like cleanliness is different there than it is here. But you're going to get a bidet. You're
That's
not
right.
going to get a bidet.
No,
like
no
there's
bidet.
there's good and bad, but you're not going to get this idea of like, oh, we have a couch in our bathroom. No. That's like a very America.
Okay.
And I know people don't have couches in their bathroom, but like you would hear
They
about
do
that here.
sometimes. Like I think I've been to like a Filene's, or not a Filene's, or like a Macy's
Right.
with a couch in the bathroom.
Right.
So yeah.
Instead of getting a clear view of the bathroom from multiple angles, I'm left with a single photo of just a robe or something that looks as though it was taken from a keyhole. This is an important aspect of the hotel experience that seems to be overlooked by European establishments. It's funny to me that they're like, this is my first time going to Europe, and what the fuck are they doing? You don't know. No. You're getting Europe. This is Europe. This isn't. They're not overlooking it. They don't care. They don't find that as part of you. If you're in the bathroom, they think you've had a bad vacation, right? Like. It's like the cruise ship. Oh, if you're in your room, then you've done it wrong.
Right.
We ended up eliminating all hotel options that didn't have clear pictures of the bathroom in its entirety, but this took many highly rated hotels out of the rankings. Sincerely, I just want a steamy European summer vacation. I think listen, you're in the lounge, you're allowed to complain. I agree with you. They're not going to have a lot of pictures. It's just not what they do there. Like, your steamy European vacation will not be because of the bathroom. Right?
No,
have you been to Europe?
No, I haven't, but I do love that this person wants she's going across the world.
Right. If they want a steamy, she's like, I want to take a dump next to my boy. Like, no. If you want a big bathroom experience, you go to Vegas.
Right.
Bathroom experience.
Yeah.
This sexy bathroom time that you're going to be in a shower together. You're not, even when you could fit in together, it ain't going to be. And especially if you're going, I want the 4-star hotel with the big bath. No.
Yeah.
You're below. If you have to ask, you can't afford it. You're not there yet.
Make it work, too, in the small bathroom. Go get crazy.
Right.
Let's do it in this dirty little European bathroom.
Well, you're in the south of France. Go in the ocean. Have a glass of wine
ocean.
by the water.
Yeah.
Go sit at a beach club. Have, lay on each other in the same chair. That's where you have your steamy fucking vacation time.
Yeah.
Go fuck in the balcony.
All right. They have nude beaches there? Or,
I'm not sure.
So
in the south of France,
topless?
but they have like beach clubs that are like, it's like a nightclub on the beach.
Oh,
Like it is
everyone's
like
horned up and
it's great. Everyone's skimpy. Wear a skimpy bathing suit. Have him wear a Speedo. Then you'll be fucking good. I think you've put your concentration on the wrong thing, and also a very American thing. This is not gonna. You're not gonna get what you want. Don't get caught on this.
All right.
Jimmy Cash, thank you for coming on.
Very cool. Thanks for having me,
Of
man.
course,
Great
man.
Time.
Everyone go follow Jimmy Cash at Jimmy Cash Rules. So funny. He's touring. The Janitor is happening all around you. Go to jimmycashcomedy.com. For Dickies, I'm Jared Freed. We're here every Thursday in the lounge. We'll be back next week. Boom.